Anderson here. With me tonight, our analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Now here's Markkanen. Pass to Sensabaugh. Portland with a rebound. Here's Marshall. Buries it from three.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
Here's Henderson. Outside Sharp. Another three for Portland.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups, and the conversation quickly turned to Embiid. Coach said, we know he can be unstoppable, but we're hoping to slow him down just a little. Double teams might be a part of that, but I don't want to give away all of our tricks. So it sounds like Joel can expect a lot of defensive pressure tonight.
Thanks for that, Allie. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
And the jam by George.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Sharp goes in. Pass to Marshall. The three from Ball. And it's Chicago with a board. Here's Sensabaugh. To the inside. Stolen by Sharp. Ball with it. Picked up by Embiid. Up the floor. And Ayton with the stuff.
Gotta love the aggressiveness. Ayton is locked in.
And there's the screen. Embiid inside. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Sensabaugh. Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Ball outside. Pass to Sharp. The three ball. Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Down low. And he makes it on the layup. Embiid's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job.
Oh my
gracious.
Just incredible.
That is a monster finish.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Now here's George. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Here's Ball. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. The three from Ayton. The rebound by Embiid. Chicago trailing here. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Markkanen looking it over. Pass to Buzelis. Shot clock at 5. Carrington no good. Henderson outside. And here's Sharp. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray. Sharp's got 6.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Here's Markkanen. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Portland leading by 3. Pass to Howard. There's the triple. The rebound by Embiid.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Buzelis. Now here's George. Guarded by Howard. Markkanen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And when Markkanen looks to score, defenders sometimes get nervous and in turn resort to fouling.
Markkanen hits them both. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
Here's Buzelis. Still no points. Shoots from the right block. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And the defense really crowds Markkanen inside, so he smartly makes sure he draws the foul.
Shooting for Chicago.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead. But look, he tied things up.
Here's Embiid. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Here are the Blazers with the ball. Here's Primo. And the 3 off target. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5. Portland trailing here. Off the outside. Outside Love. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Let's go with a 3. Pass to Howard. The 3 is up. Chicago grabs the miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Embiid. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Embiid's got 10 points.
The adjustment, man, what a finish.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Substitution on the court.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Chicago ball.
It's stolen by Howard. And here they come. Avdia from outside. Massey pulls it in. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Shannon's shot is off.
And you've got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Out to the right wing. Here's Dawkins.
Bulls foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Love.
It looks like they're sleepwalking through the first quarter.
No good on the triple.
A donut for him this quarter. They could really use his points to improve their situation.
.127 left in the first. Massey. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score. So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Abaji can't hit. Blazers trail by 6. There's Howard with the 3. Massey pulls it in. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Markkanen. The shot no good. Nice D from Avdia. Pass to Love. To the wing on the left. There's Howard with the 3. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Look at Love being patient with the ball, checking for anyone with a better shot on the floor.
Here's Abaji. Takes a 3. Avdia pulls it in. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3 is up. And it's Love missing.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
And Shannon gets it to go.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Primo. Avdia from outside. It doesn't go for him. Joel Embiid. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Chicago. He put together 10.
22.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Blazers trail by 5. Pass to Diabate. 3-pointer sharp. Chicago grabs the miss.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And he's going for the oop here. They set the pick. Knocked away. Ball outside. Takes it inside. Yep, that one goes.
I love seeing Ball be aggressive on offense. Good at knowing when to take initiative.
Here's Carrington. Still without a bucket. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, but it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Here's Shannon. Off target at the rim. Ball outside. Lets the three fly. That one no good. Chicago leading. Pass to Abaji. Inside. Here's Bassi. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And that one's good. Sharp.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Welcome to the floor, your Trailblazers team.
The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud and let them hear it. T-shirt.
And so here is Chicago.
Look out for Brad. Hey,
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
Join you next time. No. Okay, we'll talk later.
To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. The kick out to Ball. Outside Sharp. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Personal foul.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
Both free throws good from Sharp. We've got a close game here in Portland. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Back to Jackson.
And I just love it when Sharp is committed on defense. He knows how to make things difficult for opposing players.
Blocked. Tries to save it. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Abaji. And a miss there on the triple. Now Ball. Outside Sharp. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Chicago making a switch here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Whoa, Embiid with the slam.
A dominant night for Joel Embiid offensively. He's taking whatever he wants.
An MVP in this league, Richard. Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
The size and skills of Embiid, look, it just makes him a tough cover. Sometimes you just got to foul the big fella.
And Embiid drops them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Pass to Sharp. Lets it go from deep. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always. And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Well, here in the second quarter, he's starting to dial up his aggressiveness as far as working himself to the free throw line.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Carrington. Here's Shannon. Defended by Henderson. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. They'll likely limit his minutes the rest of the way.
Here's Jackson. That shot off. Good D by Sharp. Portland trailing here. Here's Henderson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yes, so energetic on the drive. Henderson manages to put the defense in a bad spot.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. He's off on the second. The Bulls on offense. Pass to Jackson. Here's Buzelis. Here's Embiid.
Trailblazers foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
Markkanen with it. 6 points for him. The shot by Buzelis no good. Here's Avdia. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Yes! Embiid from in close.
Yeah, Embiid is getting everything he wants on the offensive side. He's playing some...
Oh! Throw it down! Wow!
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Pass to Shannon. Back to George. Uses the glass to drop it in. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Embiid brings a double team. There's Howard with the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Howard's got 6.
They're lucky to be holding on to this lead after the inconsistent first quarter. But they're starting to hit their stride now, pulling those percentages up. Yes, sir, George with the flush.
Pass to Dawkins. Avdia outside. Marshall. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter. That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing is they've created lots of second chances at the line, knocking down a high percentage of their free throws tonight.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants to review the game plan. Portland leading. From the top of the key, Avdia can't get it to go.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Primo. Yet to see a basket. Shot on the wing. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
This is how you stay in the game. They're doing a beautiful job from the line. 100% this quarter.
It'll be his 4th time going to the line in this game.
Lowry,
Markkanen hits them both. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Primo. Love with the ball. Embiid covers. Fades away. Chicago with a rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And there's 1:45 left in the first half. Pass to Diabate. Here's Primo. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3. Here's Buzelis. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Banked it in off the glass.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Here's Primo. Pure from three-point range. Primo's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. It's George with the drive. And George with the jam. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Here's Avdia. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Chicago leading. George with it. And that's Love picking him up defensively.
The way George handles the ball and finds ways to finish inside make him very dangerous.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That's good from George.
They've been knocked down from the line this quarter, trying to build out their lead.
Pass to Primo. From deep three-point range, Joel Embiid with the board. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Oh, I didn't know that he still had it in him. Kevin Love, a little bit of thunder.
Now Avdia to the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Diabate. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
That's on Joel Embiid.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
So he gets them both. George scanning the floor. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Portland ahead. They lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And here's Henderson driving in. And Embiid with the block.
Every year he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Team foul.
Here's Markkanen.
Now on the floor for your
They set the pick.
number 21.
Oh, great slam by Markkanen.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, he'll take it. He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Back to George. Driving inside. Portland with a rebound. Ball surveys the floor. Off target from outside. Chicago trailing here. George, no good. Here's Sharp. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Embiid, good. Embiid's got 20.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Sharp. Pass the ball. The shot misses.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Now here's Embiid. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Back to Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lowry Markkanen. Nice pass.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Ball. He's got 5. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
For someone who doesn't get to the line very often, it's good to see Ball putting some pressure on the defense.
And he's good on the second. And so George will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Buzelis. And here's Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. The offensive rebound. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Ball into the lane. Here's Marshall. The kick out to Ball. Tries it from 19. Again, the miss by Portland.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Embiid misses. Portland trailing here. Ball with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Pass to Aiden. On the take. And Ayton with the stuff.
Terrific physicality from Ayton, just going right to the rim.
Here's George. Oh, he trains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Pass to Ball. The rebound by Markkanen.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And the free throw numbers, 6 of 8 so far. That's good for Markkanen.
At the line for the Bulls.
Markkanen hits them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Now Ball. He has 6. Counted from distance. Ball's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Didn't get a 3 in the first half, and now he's on the board with his first triple of the game.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his 5th foul.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Number 12.
Markkanen with it. 12 points for him. Out left to the wing. Pass to Buzelis. Just 5 to shoot. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Dawkins. Love for 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Chicago with the ball. Here's Buzelis. Covered by Love to the left side wing. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Sensabaugh. And he drives in. The shot by Buzelis no good. Right side Sharp. The shot won't fall. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. Sharp grabs the miss. And they recover it. Outside Love. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Here's Dawkins. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Embiid, good.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Avdia, left side. Three-pointer sharp. Dawkins. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Dawkins has got his second basket.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Substitution on the court.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Carrington. He's scoreless. Pass to Shannon.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Blazers ball.
And so here's Portland. There's a screen. Avdia, good. And it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Shannon. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Now Portland with it. Here's Diabate. Outside Love. Puts up a three. Massey pulls it in.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
Here's Carrington. Got a hand on it. The help from Markkanen. Here's Avdia. Uses the glass on the layup. Avdia's got 4 points this quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
We've got 1:13 left in the third. Three-pointer. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
To end the run. Markkanen misses. Trailblazers lead by 8. Here's Diabate.
Chicago foul. Charles Barkley. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Bulls on D. Henderson misses. Jackson left side. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Denny Avdia. First free throw is good. Portland making a switch here.
Shooting for Chicago.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Howard's shot's good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Jackson. Howard with some nice D.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Leaps for it, and he recovers it.
Yet another possession they've managed to hold on to. They are really in control on offense.
And so it's Portland earning this break in the action, up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
16.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Bulls trail by 10. All right, time for an injury report.
I had a moment to catch up with Portland's head athletic trainer. He did share some good news. It looks like the injury is not nearly as serious as they originally thought. And just like that, he's right back out there. That's some toughness. I'm sure you guys can appreciate that.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's Jackson. And he cranks it down right on top of DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. The drive by Henderson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
Good on the second one.
Not perfect, but that opens this up to a 2-possession lead.
Here's Shannon. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Pass to Henderson. Going inside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Here's Bassie. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Down low. There's the steal. Here we go, all alone. Jackson can't get it to go.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they're trailing in this ballgame.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Kicks it out to Jackson. From the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Inside. And Ayton gets it to go. And now it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Pass to Shannon. 6 to shoot. Can't cash it in from close range. Trailblazers lead by 7. To the inside. And Ayton gets it to go. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
Building out this lead brick by brick, they have taken a very methodical approach.
That one goes in.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
Over to the wing. Here's Henderson. Chicago with a rebound. To the right side.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
Let's get crazy for our Trailblazers Stunt Team. Here they come, fans.
All right, let's check in Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen, hoping to inspire his team here.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Embiid. And slammed it home, and a foul! A chance at another point at the line. Ball. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
The numbers Embiid has put up over his career speak for themselves. He'll go down as one of the all-time great big men.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Portland making a switch here. And Portland has possession. They lead by 4. And here's Henderson. Pass to Robinson. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Embiid's got 11 points here in the second half.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Here's Buzelis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And Embiid with the block.
Love to see Embiid swatting down shots, taking advantage of his size and frame.
Markkanen sets a screen to the middle. Oh, Markkanen good in the paint. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Embiid with it. Now Sharp defending. Embiid can't hit. And so it's Ayton with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player's tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
Here's George. And the jam by George.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take the lead? We'll have to see.
Outside Sharp. Three-pointer, no good.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Embiid can't hit. Portland leading. Outside Robinson. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And now the Bulls in transition. And Embiid throws it down.
The guy you want to have the ball. Embiid, this man is a superstar.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
On the floor for your Trailblazers, Danny Howard.
Now here's Henderson with the drive. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Key points from Henderson. Stepping up. Scoop, young man, scoop.
Here's George. Ooh, Ayton with the block. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. 1:50 left in the game. Here's Buzelis. Portland grabs the miss. Baseline try. Here's Ayton. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
This is why they give Ayton the ball in these spots. They trust him and his ability to deliver.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That'll be a second foul of the game. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Markkanen inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
With his 7-foot frame, Markkanen is a clear option late.
Now Henderson. Oh, big finish! Wow!
Okay, I see you.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Obvious. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Buzelis. .52 seconds left in the final quarter. Ayton with it. Henderson for 3. That misses. He's 7 for 14 on the night. Back to George. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Embiid. Down low. It falls!
Never one to turn down the big moment. Joel Embiid knocks it down.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick pocket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
Yeah, fearless play by Sharpe in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And he's able to hit the second one. And that'll put him up 2.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Outside for Henderson. Oh, bangs home the 3.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Here's Embiid. Oh, off target. So a close game sees...
Trade boom. Real can't wait for my to hit. That's it. Why be sweet too hot for all this? Be lit. Young right nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. I'm the young black king on the come up. They come up. And when I drop my the trucks gon' go up. Go up. If the label let me drop, I swear the industry some ops. And when I get that label money, I'm getting it for you, not as a cop. I'm tryna get my deal before my